Okay, some of y'all swear you want honesty until it's actually honest.
And like we've said before, we're going to say things today that people think, but never actually say out loud.
And you're probably going to get mad at least one of these.
Just one or two.
I'm going to get mad at all of them.
Probably.
And welcome back to #Unfiltered, because someone had to say it. And I'm Todd Erickson.
And I'm Carrie Norris.
And we are happy to be here with you guys. Before we actually jump into our episode, Carrie was looking a little heated this morning. So I kind of actually want to ask her, what's going on, mama?
Life with teenagers. Girl teenagers.
It's prom season, right?
Yes. She just told me that she's going, whether I say yes or no. She's already told the boy yes.
How do you mamas out there feel about that?
And then proceeded to tell me that I was ruining her life. So, yay me.
Yeah.
Hard, guys.
I remember that. I remember that conversation with my mother.
You know, she threw up in my face today. She was like, Mimi used to let you do all kinds of stuff. I was like, because she trusts me.
It was also a different generation.
I also never gave her a reason not to trust me. And, we give her a little trust. Like, we give her, literally understand that saying now. Like, you give an inch, they take a mile. Homegirls running marathons right now. And I am not kidding. If you guys have any parenting advice to give me, please drop it. Please send me a message, because your girl is struggling over here.
I do truly believe, though, that a lot of these teenagers, they don't understand that we've been in their shoes. We've had those experiences. Yes, don't get me wrong. We grew up in a completely different generation.
Oh,
I was
absolutely.
just telling someone, I didn't get a cell phone until my senior year. And it was like those Nokia phones with the antennas you got to pull out, that the only game you could play is Brick Breaker on it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's crazy, the things that you could do with a phone these days. Teenagers, y'all dangerous. Y'all real dangerous.
And just a little, parents, go through your children's phone. I don't care how they are, especially if they're teenagers. Go through their phones.
The stuff I heard this morning, if only you knew, I'm like flabbergasted.
She's literally...
Not even just so much from her, but from him.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, well, obviously this is not what our podcast is going to be about today. However, I had to ask. I had to ask you how you were feeling.
The reason
it's going to set the tone.
I text Todd, which Siri did not pull through, and I said, hey, I'm going to be 5 minutes late because I have to go to the school and get my daughter's cell phone. And then he's like, hey, are we still good? And I was like, yes, I thought I texted you, but Siri did me dirty this morning. So that's my life.
All right.
Well,
we should have, I think we should have like a parenting episode. I think that would be a really good one to have too.
Yeah.
But that's not today's episode.
Nope.
Today, we are talking about, you can't get mad at this, but you will. And I know that there's a couple of these that I'm going to be reading out that I already know. After reading through them, I'm like, yeah, I can see where I'm going to get mad at these, so I only expect other people to.
I love when someone asks me, or not ask me, they say, I'm going to tell you something, but you can't get mad. I'm like, whoa, no, I can actually have a feeling about it. So you just prepping me for it, or I already know that feeling's going to come. So just might as well tell me. Crazy.
All right, so what we're going to do is today we're actually going to be reading a bunch of different bold statements that go anywhere from relationships to friends and social life to personal self-awareness, maybe some spicy, bold statements just to kind of get it out there and see what to expect. But the goal is, obviously, we don't want you to get mad, but I know that there could be a couple of these that you may be going through or you're experiencing, and so it's probably going to piss you off.
I actually had one this weekend.
Did you?
Yeah. My husband was like, I thought you were trying to save money. It made me so mad because it was true. Because I told him, I literally said hey, I want to learn to save money. Your girl, her bills are paid. The rest of the money is fun money. That's how I
look at it.
Right?
Pay the bills first, then play.
And he was like, look, I'm just trying to help you out. And it sent me over the edge. I don't need you to tell me that. He's like, you go to Walmart every morning and buy Neatos. And I was like, yeah, because they're all different.
Please tell people out there what Neatos are, because it took me forever to know what the hell that was.
If you're on any social media platforms, you know what a Neato is. It's just basically a satisfying squishy fidget
like a
thing.
stress ball.
Yeah, like a stress ball.
So why not just go buy a stress ball?
Because the insides are made differently.
That's what I say about human beings.
So, yeah. But anyways.
Well, all right. So I am going to go ahead and throw out the first one.
Okay.
And I think we're going to go more on like a relationship standpoint on this
Okay.
one. So actually, I'm trying to figure out which one I want to read first. Okay. You cannot get mad at this, but people treat you how you allow them to.
Oh, absolutely. I
You agree with
Oh,
that?
I agree with that. 110%. I tell people all the time, the more behavior you allow from that person, you are literally training them how to treat you.
Yeah.
So
And I think
if
this
you
is
accept disrespect, they're going to disrespect you because you've never set a boundary.
we were literally,
Yeah.
I was just telling a friend last week the same exact thing.
Yeah.
And basically, if you're going to allow them to talk
Yep.
to you that way,
They're
you
always gonna
deserve what you
talk
get.
Yeah, exactly.
You deserve what you get.
Exactly. I
And
agree with that.
maybe
one.
this is why I call myself a respectful asshole, because you gonna hear me.
Mm-hmm.
You are absolutely gonna hear me. But this
Yeah.
is the part I think where these bold statements come into play is that people say that they want honesty, but then they don't want to hear
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And
Oh,
so
absolutely.
that's where I think these questions come into play, is that when you say things like this is why I think people are gonna, we tell you not to get mad, but I think you're going to, because you don't want to hear it.
I also think, though, back to our segment last week, if I say something to you, it's not to upset you, it's to help you grow or to correct the behavior or alter what you're doing. So
Right.
if it's coming from me, it's not for me to like dig at you, it's for me to help you. It's coming from a genuine place. But I do believe that people want honesty until you give them honesty, and then the problem is they have to self-reflect and they have to look back and take accountability for their actions, and that's where the problem is. It is actually it's the pride of them being like, I was wrong or I did this. So don't ask for honesty.
There's a lot of them
you
out there
are
like that.
really not ready to accept it. When that question, like people are not ready for honesty, or they ask for honesty, they're not ready for it. You have to be able to listen to understand, not listen to respond. You need to be able to listen what someone's giving you. And I had to do that this weekend. And it was real hard for me. But I heard him. And I said, you're right. In the moment, because I was in the middle of trying to buy something that I shouldn't have been buying.
A Nido.
Yes. I came home with the little, I don't know if y'all know, but there's the icebergs and the mini icebergs. Now there's like the little teeny ones, and they
Oh
come in
my
a pack of
gosh.
4. Anyways, but yeah, like I had to remind myself, this is coming from a place of genuine. It's a honest statement, and you need to apologize, which was really hard.
I think a big one for me is when you ask me for advice and then you go and you do the complete opposite.
Oh, my life on repeat.
Like, why did you even come to me in the first place?
Oh,
Get away from me.
Which, by the way, eventually the advice stops coming. Like you have completely like you are wasting my time and energy for me to give you advice for you to do the complete opposite.
Yeah.
I had a friend, same thing. Like, what should I do? And I would literally give her the playbook, and she just gone the opposite direction. And I'd be like, so eventually I just stopped asking her. I said, why am I going to give it to you? You're going to do what the hell you want anyways. I ain't wasting my time and energy on that.
Oh, that statement went far. I literally asked the question, like, if you let people talk to you like that, then you allowed it.
You want me to read one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Where's this one coming from?
Let's do friends and social life, because
Okay.
I really like this one. You can't get mad at this,
Okay.
but not all of your friends are rooting for you.
Okay, so I did say this on the last episode, like when you're cheering for them and they don't cheer back for you.
So good, y'all.
But I said this to somebody else too. I feel like it's like when the friendly competition comes into play.
Oh, it's horrible. I literally have landed myself in friendship groups where I thought it was a genuine friendship, and it was just silent competition the whole time.
I did have one.
And when they realized they couldn't beat me, that wasn't a friend no more.
I had one that reached out to me actually this weekend. So it's funny that you bring that statement up. And that was one of the things that she had mentioned to me, was that she was scared to say that she was excited about something because she was afraid that people were going to be upset with her for it.
Yeah.
And I said, just tell me. She's
Yeah.
like, I don't want you to be upset. I said, just tell me.
Yeah.
And so she told me what she had to say. And I said, go off.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you.
I think and this is completely off topic. I think that it's just surrounding yourself with people that have the same morals, goals,
Yeah.
characteristics of yourself. Now, you guys all can be completely different, but I only want people in my circle that are rooting for me. I only want people in my circle that when I tell you something, you're not overpowering
Girl,
my
your hands are cold.
I'm always freezing. You know that.
Your hand. It's like I got a built-in heater.
I'm a little anemic.
No, say what you were saying. I'm sorry.
But no, like I feel if I bring you good news, you should accept my good news, but not try to overpower or be like, well, I did this or I did that. We don't have time for that anymore. And there are friend groups out there that do that. And if you find yourself in a friend group that, you know, you can't tell someone your exciting news because there's going to, not even just someone overpowering your good news with their good news, someone that brings you down. Well, you know what?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go off.
Let me pop off real fast. When people get in a relationship and they're friends with someone that went through a divorce, don't do that. They could be lying.
Like you're going to go through their same exact experience.
And it's hard. Like that's what I take away from that question is like I can't tell you that I have found when me and Christian started dating.
You're talking about the not rooting for you one?
Yeah.
I feel like it could be a couple different scenarios, right? So for me, when I hear that question that not all of your friends are rooting for you, I get it. I feel like it's a habit, right? So if you're friends with this person, you should be able to pick up on those thoughts over time of, okay, if they're not rooting for me, I need to let you go. You had already said it before. Like if you're not with me, then why are you here kind of thing. But I also feel like too, you never know what someone is going through. You don't know if they're coming in some kind of mood. And so you've got great, exciting news, and then they're immediately going to come off with that negative energy. So it's going to make them not want to root for you. That's one scenario, right?
Respectfully,
Let me finish.
I have never, even when I am in a mood, have ever took the spotlight from someone who's telling me.
I agree.
And if you're someone that does that, you need to do some self-reflection and some growth because that's just dirty. But that's not an excuse for me. I'm sorry.
You're absolutely right. I'm not saying it's an excuse for me too. I'm trying to think about all different aspects for any of our listeners or viewers that are out there that may be taking this question or this statement in and thinking to myself, okay, well, that's not my situation. My situation is more like this. But if not all friends rooting for you, then they're not your friend. Yeah. Let's be blatantly clear. They're not your friend. Yeah. I feel like I will be your biggest cheerleader.
Yeah.
I don't care if your life is going better than mine or not. I will be your biggest cheerleader.
Yep.
And that's kind of what I told this person over the weekend was, don't be scared to tell me something because I'm not at your level.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm going to still celebrate everything that you're doing because I'm proud of you.
Yep.
You're being successful. You're doing this for your family. I know this person's goals.
Yeah.
So I know the intention behind it, and they are kind and genuine, just like you, just like me. Yeah. So for anybody out there that has friends that are not rooting for you, can you really call them a friend?
Cut them off.
Cut them off. Cut off.
Get them out of here.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I think you should read another one.
Okay, let's do another one. Do you want to do social? The social ones are so good.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I feel like I need my coffee for this.
Oh, this one is going to go on this.
Pizza Planet cup.
You ready? You can't get mad at this.
Okay.
But outgrowing people will make you look like the bad person.
Truthfully, yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Because if you're the one cutting that tie to move on with your life, they're immediately going to think it's your fault.
Yeah. I think for me is like people are like, oh, she thinks she's better than me. It's not that I think I'm better than you because we're all equal across the playing board, but I want better for myself. There's a difference. If you're not trying to always better yourself, then when I start bettering myself, which is going to elevate my equity, then you're going to get left behind, unfortunately. Yeah. So,
I mean, we talked about that with growth comes with goodbyes on the last episode a little bit.
I'm okay with being the bad guy. I'm okay if you don't like me because, to be honest with you, people that know who I am genuinely know any false statement from you, my character will override that.
Honestly, I don't even think of myself as the bad person because if I'm moving on, I'm moving on. You've been left at the stop sign. My ass is already on the road.
It's easy for someone to be the victim.
That's America.
Any situation, you're a bad person. But yeah. Okay. Next question.
I have another relationship one.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't piss me off.
You can't get mad at this,
Okay.
but missing someone doesn't mean you should go back.
Okay. I feel like
You
you're
had to
reading these
think.
questions to me, and I'm like, therapist, right? Because these are questions that I literally have said to people
Yeah.
who
But some people can't take it.
no, they can't.
They don't, because when they
No.
come to you, it's almost like, yes, they may be asking your advice, but it's almost like instead they're wanting validation for you to agree with them.
Oh yeah, no, I will never do that.
You know what I mean? Like when they come to you and they vent,
Yeah.
they think you're just going to agree with them
Look.
and be that friend that says, oh, girl, let me tell you.
Look, I had this friend who just goes back, right? Because people sometimes just go back because it's convenient and it's not. Hang on one second.
Or
Someone
stay
is
because
calling.
it's convenient.
Yeah, or stay because it's convenient, or they've accepted all their flaws or whatever it may be. But time and time again, I would say, hey, like, stop, like, find your worth. Women and men need to find their worth and then find someone worthy enough of them. Okay?
I agree.
Because going back to the last week, Leah, don't reheat old French fries. There's a reason why it didn't work. Now, I'm not saying that people, like, there has been beautiful success stories where people are together, they divorce, and they fall back in love with each other. But that comes years later.
Okay.
But that comes with growth. That comes
Celebrity
with...
one, y'all. Did y'all see it?
No.
Jay-Z and Ashanti got back together?
No, Nelly and Ashanti.
Oh, Nelly. Why'd I say Jay-Z? I got all
Sorry, first of all, that's Beyonce's baby daddy. No,
I meant Nelly.
Nelly
yes.
and Ashanti. And they
Because
look
they separated
genuinely
and then,
happy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you got really excited about that. No, but I do feel like people go back because it's comfortable. People don't go back because there's change. People don't go back. And talking from experience, I left a relationship multiple times and went back because I didn't think I was worth better.
But this is why I also think that there's a lot of relationships out there that are still together right now. It's not because there's true love there.
Oh, no.
And viewers and listeners, you could disagree with me if you want to, but I think a lot of it is
No.
out of comfort. I think it's the
Absolutely.
comfortability that you're taken care of,
Uh-huh.
or you're terrified of what the outcome's going to be on the other end.
Yeah.
Meaning what comes with divorce.
Oh, yeah.
Alimony, 50-50, everything's
Yeah.
split. Like you've got
People
joint
s-
accounts on everything.
People stay in marriages, or actually...
Your friends are now in
You-
the middle of...
Also, okay, so that's one side of it, right? People don't want to leave because of this and what it may look like, right? Like what the future holds. But then some people actually get divorced for the money part of it. The alimony, the child support, the split equity. Like people, I actually read that over the weekend, so it's so crazy that we said that.
I always tell
But-
myself, like, if not that I have those thoughts that go through my head, but I feel like everyone's had that kind of thought. Like, what if
Yeah.
I'm a what ifer?
Yeah.
And not a motherfucker, a what ifer. And I'm like, what if I did go through a divorce? Like, what would that look like for me?
Mm-hmm.
And
What you would lose, but what you would gain is so much.
and that's the thing. So it's not even that, like, because I love Adam so much, I always am constantly thinking to myself more like, what would he do? Where would he go? Would he be okay? Like, all these thoughts are crossing my mind, but then I'm thinking to myself, joint banking accounts, we've got life insurance, like all these things that we share together. And I'm sure other people are telling me, honey, don't worry about it. Like, cut that shit off. It'll
Yeah.
cut. But I don't ever, I don't know where I'm going with this. It's just one of those things. Like, for me, it's not a comfortability. I feel like if I needed to cut that string, I could cut it.
Yeah. I'll tell you this much.
I just don't know the outcome.
I'll tell you this much. When I was single, so after my last relationship, I broke up. I stayed single for about 3 years.
Mhm.
I found my worth, and I found what I would and would not tolerate. And I give this advice to everybody. I went out on a handful of dates, because when I went on a date, I would, one, pay for the dinner. Two, you will never tell anybody that you took Carrie Deemers out for a dinner for a free meal. Ain't happening. So I paid for the dinner. And then I would tell them at the end of the day, like, hey, this isn't going to work. Because I already know what I was looking for. I do believe that if you were to take the time to get to know someone, when I say that, I mean, you want to see how they're angry. You want to see how they are financially stable, or if
Well,
they spend-
adaptability.
you want to see how they act when they're sad. When, like, these are all the things, like, people that just jump in relationships, that is why, and then get married. Now, mind you, there are my friend Tegan and Rico, he was deployed. They got back, got married like 2 days later, and they've been married for 10 years. Okay. we're not talking about those people. We're talking about people that are looking for instant gratification, jump into relationships, then get married, and then within 5 years they're getting divorced
Yeah.
because they don't know that person. They hate that person. They hate that, that person can't deal with conflict, or they are they're not emotionally intelligent, and
But
they
you didn't
can't
get
have
to
a
see all sides of
But
them.
you didn't get to see all sides of them.
And
You
that goes
jumped
for
into
both
a
sexes.
Yeah. So I think for me, I think we could avoid that whole section if people got to know people, for us to say, I don't even know where we're at with this, but you see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't remember what the question is, but it did lead to this conversation.
But I will
Like,
put on here too, I feel like with society these days too, I feel like it used to be in the old generation that it seemed like more attention was being put on the women being in the right side of things with everything that's going on. But I think with society being the way that it is now, it's very easy for it to be on a man's side of things, having to deal with a female.
yeah.
And what I mean by that is, just like you said, you got out of a marriage, you went back in the dating scene, and the thing is that what we see is people start to put walls up. You start to put barricades around your heart. You have all these do's and don'ts and things that you want now. So it's almost like that first relationship you ever go into, you're going into it either with lust in your eyes or with sparks flying, thinking to myself, oh my God, this is amazing. He's treating me right. This is how it's supposed to go. That second time you're going out there, I feel like you've built up a resume that you need to start asking, how much debt do you got?
Yeah.
How many kids you got? How many relationships have you been in?
How is your relationship with your children's mother?
How is your mental health?
Yeah.
Like, these are questions
Like, let me
that
tell
I feel
you,
like are
let me
necessary
tell
now.
you, okay, not to bring up my dating history. I went on a date with this person, right? And the reason I went on a date with him, because he had told me he has a very successful career that puts him in the public spotlight. I'll say that.
Okay.
Okay. And he had told me, like, let me take you on a date. I was like, bleh, whatever. And I said, I just want to know how you treat people. And he was like, I would treat the janitor as I would treat the CEO. Okay. Wow. That
Sounds
literally, when I talked to my friend Kendrick about this, he said he gave you reporter answers. He gave you exactly what you wanted. I went on a date with this
He
man.
impressed you.
Oh, he did. I went on
Put it on hard, too.
Oh, yeah. I went out on a date with this man, boy. The way he treated our waiter, I ate 3 pieces of my steak. I asked the lady for the check. I drove. I dropped him off at his mama's house.
You're better than me. I'd have told him to Uber.
And because he doesn't live here, but his parents live here. I dropped him off
Still
and I
Uber.
left and never talked to him again. The way you
Yikes.
treat people.
Yeah.
Especially waitresses and waiters, or
Because all I can think about is, you talk to your mama with that mouth? You know what I mean?
Disgusting. Disgusting. But anyways.
Okay. Go ahead. Let's get into this. Sorry, you guys. We're going down rabbit holes, but I feel like you kind of have
this
no
one's
choice.
good. This one's really good. Okay, you ready?
Which one is this one for?
You can't get mad. This is personal and self-awareness.
Okay.
We're about to upset some of y'all, and y'all just going to have to get over it, okay? All right, you can't get mad at this. But healing isn't just talking about it. It's changing your behavior.
Yeah. We've talked about that many times.
I feel like you're
Many
in a
times.
therapy session with me and Todd. Me, guys.
For free.
You're welcome. If you want to send us a sponsorship, we'll take it.
So how do you feel about that one?
I preach this every single day.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot talk, mind you, you have to talk about it to be able to get the correct advice on how to correct. Okay. Things that upset me are people that say, well, it's only their fault. I talk about this all the time. Affairs. I understand. Before I was like, I can't understand how people cheat.
But there's 3 sides to every story.
I can't. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Just break up with me or just leave me and then go do whatever you want, because it causes more damage if you don't. But I understand why affairs happen. And there is something lacking in the relationship. And it's hard because only one person goes, it's all your fault because you're the one that left. It's all your fault but never takes reflection on what they caused them to do to leave. Now, mind you, do I think that there are some people that just will never be satisfied? And I think that is an inner problem. They'll just never be satisfied with one person. So that's why you see the multiple divorces, multiple marriages, the constant cheating, and people stay with these people for I don't know what reason. But not my life. I will give you advice if you need it. But I do believe that you do have to talk about it, but then this is where the hard truths come in. Because if
you're
you're
not wrong.
saying like, well, he left me, and I say, but how did you treat him?
That's why I'm saying
You
with
can't
society
get
these
you
days,
can't
it
get
can be one or the other
upset.
side.
Yeah, you can't get upset. You have to reflect on your actions of what pushed him away.
Because first off, let's talk about, you've got the different types of abuse.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is everyone immediately wants to blame the man, not thinking that
I
the
love
woman.
when you talk like this. It makes me so happy.
But it's the truth, though, because you also have women,
Mm-hmm.
and don't get mad. Let's be honest here. That's why you've got a male and a female on this podcast,
Yeah.
because you need the commentary from both sides to be able to get that effect. But I
Yeah.
do feel like there are, this is why I love the way that I am. But I feel like there are also women that are out there too that will bitch, and then you expect him to just stay.
Oh, absolutely.
You're beating him up mentally with your words, but then
absolutely.
it's the same thing with what you just said, that it's all his fault. So
Okay.
like, say you're having intimacy issues,
Mhm.
and so you decide to cheat because maybe you're not getting what you wanted in the bedroom.
Absolutely.
Here's the thing. Are you talking to them? Are you asking them those questions?
Intimacy is just more than sex. Like, intimacy comes with a lot more things of
Trust. That's a big one.
yes.
Didn't we? Oh, go ahead. No, because there's a question on here I want to ask.
I feel like you guys can't get mad, and this isn't on the cards, but I'm going to say it anyways. Men that work all day and then come home to a nasty house, and then the excuse is, well, I've been taking care of the kids. Absolutely not. I saw a TikTok over the weekend that said we're over that weak mom mindset.
Well, not only
Like,
that, but
we
you're not a
are-
babysitter. You are their parents.
You're
You
their
chose
parents.
to do that.
Yeah. So like, or their dinner's not cooked or whatever. Me and Christian both work, and I think we do. There are some days where I just get home and he works a labor job. I work a mental job. So sometimes I get home.
I like
and
that
I'm
balance, though. That's a good balance.
I like come home and I'm like, oh, I just had a hard day. I'm like socially drained because your girl can talk, and then he'll make sure dinner's cooked, he'll make sure the dishes are done, and then vice versa when he gets home, because it's 98 degrees outside, he'll still ask me, even though he's tired, if he can help with something, and I can go, no, go lay down, I'll get it.
And this is where I told you
we
it's
also
100,
have-
100.
oh okay.
You know what I mean? Because he recognizes you,
Yeah.
and you recognize him no
Yeah.
matter what type of day you've had,
Yeah.
and you're still putting in the effort for each
We
other
both have-
regardless.
yeah.
So it's
But
100,
if
100.
you stay at home, your house should be clean. Now, mind you, it should be lived in, but it shouldn't be
All
like
houses
I
are
see,
lived in.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. Now, mind you, I'm not talking about like you could eat off the floor, but it should be lived in, and it should be clean. He shouldn't have to come home and be like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a study that if your spaces are clean, you're in a much better mental mindset.
With that statement.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
and I get that some moms may be depressed or whatever. Go get help.
Yeah.
Go get help. It's not an excuse, which is where the whole like talking about it and changing your behavior, it doesn't have to just be the hurt that you've endured. If you are in a mindset where you feel like you need extra help, talk to someone, find someone that can help you. It could be a life coach. It could be a therapist. I'm not a big fan of therapists because they can only go off of what you tell them, where a life coach is more direct and say, hey, this is what I think you should do, or hey, you're doing wrong, or you can just message me and I'll do that for free.
but even with that therapy thing, like I've talked about it within my relationship, I think it's healthy whether you go individually or you go as a couple.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of those things where I always tell myself, like, I want to go not because I want to prove my point and have them side with me. I almost want to go because I also want to know, we talk about growth. I also want to grow.
Yeah.
I want to know if I'm doing something that I don't know that I'm doing, or that you're not going to tell me that I'm doing, so I'm not going to fix it.
Yeah.
And so by having that therapist there, I feel like it's an opportunity for them to be able to open themselves up, be able to see both sides of this, the story in a sense, put it together, see how you react amongst each other when you're talking back and forth, and they can start to get a mental picture of what this relationship actually looks like.
You want to
how
know
you
why
can
it
fix
doesn't
it.
work out? Because people don't want to take accountability. Because the first time a therapist tells you that you've done something wrong, people run.
Nope. I want to be fixed.
So
I want to know how to have a healthy
that
life.
reverts back to, if someone tells you something to help you, you have to be able to self-reflect and be like, you know what? I was wrong. Put the pride down.
Yeah.
Admit that you were wrong so you can fix it. Because to be honest with you, being these broken pieces of you, I remember saying that to someone that I was in a employment environment with, and they were like, "We're not broken." I'm like, "Well, you're something." I'm just saying, okay. These are things that we should be fixing. But I do believe that if therapy only works if you're ready to receive whatever someone is giving you, and you're ready to take accountability. If you're ready to, it's hard. It is so hard. And I literally went through this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard, but guess what I did? I said, "You're right. You're right. I'm sorry." In the moment, because I still wanted to buy what I was buying. In the moment, I was like, "You're right." And I'm going to be more mindful of that. I'm going to figure out a little savings thing, and I'm going to save some money.
But
Mark my words, guys. Mark my words. I'm going to save some money.
Sometimes for me, I think when I have time to stew on it and sit on it, that's when I start to realize, okay, maybe I was in the wrong, or maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Yep.
And maybe this is why I apologize too much, because I'm always told to stop apologizing, stop apologizing. With the life that I grew up in, I feel like I apologize for everything because I would rather compromise than have conflict.
Oh, no.
I would, but honestly,
that
like
used
if
to be
you
me, but I
if
don't
you and
do
I
that
were to have an
anymore.
argument, okay, yes, I think that after the argument we need a little bit of space.
Yeah.
Because you're heated, I'm heated, or vice versa, whatever the case may be. But then I do feel like, okay, that was in the moment. I need to fix this because I also believe too, don't go to bed angry. I personally believe don't go to bed angry because then it controls how your next day is going to be.
Yep.
And then is that going to be a continuance that's going to flow into the week?
Yep.
I do believe that if you have an issue, talk about it before you go to bed, resolve whatever that is. Because first off, tomorrow is never promised. You don't know what your last words are going to be. And people may not look at that as something serious, but I personally do. Like if I had an argument with my mother, and I'm just saying her because she's a parent of mine.
Yeah.
And I went to bed and say something hypothetically happened. Those are my last words I said to you. And I'm going to regret it. I'm going to have guilt. I'm going to have all of that.
Can I say something to you? Even though, so I used to be the let me fix it, and I still will be, because I will never change my character for someone. If
I just can't hold grudges with
and I don't think you're supposed to.
anger.
I think that for me, I've always been the one to make the amends, because I will never change my character because you're upset. Now, mind you, once I lend the olive branch and you don't take it, then that's on you. But I'm not going to change my heart posture because you're still upset.
I don't consider that changing character. Like I told you before, I need to stew on it for a little bit, reassess what just happened.
Yeah.
Did I say something that I said out of anger?
But that's what I'm saying. Your character is like, well, I'm not going to apologize until you apologize.
Fuck that.
Your character is, well, I'm going to go ahead and make amends because I don't want to hold the grudge. Don't change that part about you.
Yeah.
I will never change that part about me. I will always be the one that gives in. I will always be the one to figure out my words to be able to, and maybe it's not even giving in. Maybe it's just being emotionally intelligent to be able to have conversations of, hey, this is what I did wrong and I'm really sorry.
I love how our episodes tend to weave into each other.
I mean, I'll tell you guys this. Me and Christian have made so much growth. And when we got into our relationship, I had already learned how to use my words. He had not. And I also wanted to, constantly remind myself that I've been in serious relationships. He had not.
Right.
So the growth that me and him have made, where I know if we get into a disagreement, he's going to use his words, and I know we're going to get through it. And it's just so great.
That's good.
Yeah, it's so good. And it could be you. Anyways, next question.
I do have a juicy one that I want to read. Okay. This is another relationship one, you guys. So you can't get mad at this.
Okay.
But going through someone's phone means you already don't trust them.
Absolutely. Hands down.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I feel like that happens a lot, especially these days. There's too much shit you can hide on a cell phone. Too much shit.
I love the saying, if you go looking for a red Corvette, you're going to find a red Corvette. Or a yellow Corvette, or elephant, whatever you want to go if you go looking for it.
Where did you hear that at? I've never heard that.
I think Leah told me.
Leah, what is this analogy? Come through with the analogies.
Yeah. So me and Christian were together for about 1.5 years before I even learned his passcode. And still knowing his passcode, I never go through his phone. Because that is something I told myself. The moment you give me self-doubt of like, maybe I should question you, we're not going to be together.
Yeah.
I feel I was that girl. I was the girl waking up in the middle of the night crawling across the floor to look at a phone.
I can picture that. I can picture.
And if anybody has ever been in that position, your heart's going like this, and you're praying he doesn't wake up, and you're going through that phone, and you find exactly what you're looking for. Now you got to go back to bed and act like it didn't happen, and it's just, yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
you better than
I
me because I'm not
am
going to
so
act like it
thankful.
didn't happen. If I see what I'm going to see, I'm going to slap you on the damn forehead and be like, what the hell is this?
One of them wore their cell phone across their face because I threw it at them. Yeah, I will never be in a relationship like that.
I have been in a relationship.
I know people listen to this, go through their significant other's phones, and that's your problem. And that's when you need to say, hey, I got some self-worth. I'm leaving. I also think, back end, if you choose to forgive someone that has already cheated on you, you have to leave that in the past.
That's what I told you because, like, if you,
I gotta grab my glasses.
that was a big thing. I saw, that's what I was trying to say in one of the episodes we had before. Like, if you know that your significant other has cheated on you,
Yep.
and you're like, oh, I'm a screenshot and I'm gonna hold this proof and I'm gonna use it
can't do
against
it.
them when the time comes and
Can't
blah
do
blah
it.
blah. If you wait too long, that's the thing. If you wait too long, you can't use it.
Yeah.
2, if they said, begged and pleaded you, please forgive me, and you decided to forgive them, you can't use it.
Can't use it.
So you would literally have to catch them in the act and immediately go through the
I
process.
also think that in those moments, when they say they're sorry and you just say, okay, come back, one, you have to forget it, but you haven't given them a chance to prove to you that they have changed. So you're just going right back into the same situation which by the way goes back to our very original statement of like, you are teaching them how to treat you. So if you tell someone, you cheat on me, I'm gone, you got to stand on it. You cheat on me again, I'm gone. You do this again, I'm gone.
Yeah.
You don't come home again, I'm gone. You got to stand on it.
That's
because
if you're
not,
gonna put stipulations
and you keep
in place.
forgiving, they know when they do it again, you're just going to forgive them.
And that's another part too where I think it comes with comfort as well.
Yeah.
They know that they can take advantage of you because you're going to continue to
Because
allow
you're
it to
just gonna
happen
allow
over
it.
and over again.
Because your self-worth is completely out the door because you were so scared of the what ifs. You know what?
I have been there.
You know, I had. And he said, if you feel that way, you need to leave. 2 hours, I had my whole house packed.
Deuces.
I had no idea where I was going, but I was going.
Yeah.
And guess what? It was the best decision I ever made. The best decision.
Say it for the people in the back.
The best decision I ever made.
Look, because I think that's what I'm talking about. I feel like some people are too scared.
Yep. I agree.
Because, and then you've got some that
It
are like,
is
oh, the grass is
scary.
greener on the other side.
It is scary to get out of your comfortability.
Yep.
It is. It doesn't matter what it is.
I have watched my mother go with just the clothes on her back, a suitcase, and all of us children leave and start all over again.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't think that you have to create this whole plan and save up all this money and I've got to do this and I've got to do that. You will find a way.
Sometimes starting over is sleeping on someone's couch.
Look, I also found out too, it's like whenever someone said, oh, bankruptcy is bad. I actually found out that sometimes bankruptcy can be good for you. Let them come and repo that car. Let them take that house. Let them do everything because it's giving you a free and clear start all over again.
Check with a financial advisor first. This is just
in some
don't all
cases,
y'all be going to file bankruptcy.
in some cases, I have actually, because I've spoken with some individuals that have went through bankruptcy and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it was the best thing that ever happened to me because they told me that it allowed them an opportunity to start over because they had been in relationships and things like that that had caused them to, I mean, hell, I remember my mom, and please don't hate me, Mom. Don't get mad at this. But there was
You can't get mad at this.
there was a past relationship that she was in, and literally he foreclosed on the house and put it under her name. That affects her specifically, her credit, everything.
Yeah, I've been in a situation like that.
She's never filed bankruptcy, but the point that I'm trying to make is that we know that there's going to be situations that are out of your control.
Yep.
That is going to cause these things to happen. Or say you have a divot in your life that everything just starts to fall and you can't come back up for air. You're drowning.
Yep.
And sometimes those opportunities are there. So if you ever don't know what to do, speak to a financial advisor. Maybe they will tell you that filing bankruptcy is the smartest thing to do.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got onto that subject from talking about going through somebody's phone. You don't trust them anymore.
It's okay. It's great advice.
But I have been in that situation, and I will tell you that feeling is absolutely real because it's like your heart and everything is like dropping into your stomach. Your
You
adrenaline is
endure
pumping.
trauma.
You're shaking with anger.
Let me tell you something. The moment that I felt like I needed to go through those phones, I should have walked away. And the reason why I say that is because they're imprinted in my brain. Like,
Same.
I can still read you the whole text message thread. I can tell you
You got a
their
better
names.
memory than I do.
I
But
can tell you. And then when I forgave them and moved forward, guess what I would do? I'd check their social medias. The girls. I would check. I would look them up. All that, and compare myself to them.
yeah,
Compare myself to half naked photos on the internet, and I'm over here being a mom.
because it
Like,
makes you wonder, like,
what
why me?
what does she have that I don't?
Yeah.
And the moment that changed is when I chose myself. And I didn't know how I was going to do it, especially with 2 kids. But I packed everything I had, and I said, this does not have to be my life for the next 20 years. And I figured it out. And now look
I
at
do
me.
love that. Yeah, I do love that. So
It's hard. It's so hard, guys. Like, don't. You know what helped me? I got my income taxes. And I was like, well,
but everything
I
happens
left.
for a
I
reason.
had left in like October timeframe. And I knew that I was going to have to couch surf for a little bit. Now,
That's
mind you,
okay.
I wasn't couch surfing. I had a bed, and my children had a bed. But I knew in March, April timeframe, I was going to get my taxes back, and I knew that I could do it. I knew that I applied for a loan. I got it, got me a house, and it was just big enough for me and the kids. And now that I'm married, I'm like, I wish I'd got something a little bigger, but it is what it is. I'm happy. And
But the thing is that you don't know where your life is going to take you. You don't know what's
You
going to come
don't.
in the future. You could be in
but
this
I
house for
do
another 2
know
years.
that God has a plan.
Yep.
I will say that God had a plan for me, and He waited. He taught me things, and in the moments, I wish I would have gave more praise of like, hey, I know it's heavy on me, but I know you have a plan.
Yeah.
Because I could not imagine my life what it is right now 7 years ago. So, anyways, on to the next one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, I like it. Are you ready?
Okay.
You can't get mad at this. Just because you've known someone a long time does not mean they deserve access to you. I agree. Literally, I don't know if Todd knew like everything I was like. This is my therapy sessions with my friends. If my friends are listening, you've heard this before.
You're not wrong. We've had this conversation too. That's why I said I feel like it's crazy that our past episodes that we've done somehow tend to all weave together like a blanket, and they all just kind of flow and roll into it. So if you didn't hear the words of advice we were giving you in the first episode, you're hearing it again in this episode.
Yep. I do believe though. I think that we all have to. This will be a quick question because it's just very simple. Just because you've known someone so long does not mean they get access to you. You need to ask yourself, if this person, I was to meet them right now,
Do they bring you value?
Yep. And if they don't, then they need to go. And I'm not saying, once again, you can pull them in a box, including
those relationships. If they don't bring you value, they got to go.
Yeah. By the way, I'm going to put something on there. When you're in a relationship, it should bring you value. You should be more valuable together, right? But if you're over here with your life jacket and this person's drowning you, then we cut them off. Cut them loose,
This
Jack.
is why I also don't bungee jump and I don't skydive, because I need to make sure that parachute's going to open. I need to make sure that rope ain't going to break.
Oh my gosh.
But with that being said, I want to make sure that by putting that out there, it is not just about relationships. It is friends. It is the people that you are confronted with. Family.
Toxic family members.
Workplaces. If the workplace does not bring you value, I get it. A lot of people are just like, I need a paycheck. I get it. But there are other jobs out there too
that will value you. Yeah.
We've talked about all of this. It's crazy.
It's so crazy.
Okay,
it's
before we get to any more of those,
okay,
because we're already sitting at time, I do want to read at least one spicy bold statement. I don't know which one yet, but I do think that we should at least read one of them.
Yeah. Oh, I want to read this one.
Go ahead.
Okay, you can't get mad.
Me or them?
You can't get mad. I'm like, but you can't get mad either, okay?
I'm literally looking at the same
Sometimes
question.
people don't apologize because they're not sorry.
I agree.
I agree.
And I apologize too much.
Yeah. I think
But I
people,
genuinely am
you know,
sorry.
but you want to know something? I think people don't apologize because they're not sorry because once
They think they're
again,
not wrong.
they think they're not wrong. They do not want to put that pride
It's
aside to be like,
pride,
hey,
conceited, all of it.
I did that wrong and I am so sorry. Because I think when people apologize, the mindset that we have made is then you were the one in the wrong.
Or that you're weak.
Or you're weak.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not that at all. I don't believe it's that at all. I think.
But for my mental mindset, it's better for me, I think.
Uh-huh.
And that's why I also like to apologize, because genuinely, if I apologize, I am sorry.
Yeah.
There are a couple times where, even in my current relationship, I've literally said, I am not going to say sorry because I don't think I did anything wrong.
Yeah. I think that's okay.
It is. But the thing is if you think I am wrong, then explain it to me, because maybe I'm not understanding it.
Yeah. So I think the way I would imagine a conversation going is if I am not the one in the wrong and they were the one in the wrong.
Right.
If they were to, so I would obviously initiate the apologies most likely.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, I'm really sorry that I made you feel that way, or I'm really sorry of the actions that led to this for this to break out. In return, that should give them the opportunity. But I think society has made the image of men, and I'm going to talk about, because it's really hard for men to apologize. Well, I guess it's really hard for women to apologize.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Society these days, you guys, you can't pick or choose one or the other. It is both.
I know this is going to be a little side, but I was going to say it earlier. I think society has made men this image of like strong and brave and blah, 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 and you can't tell me what to do, and I'm a leader. But in reality, men need to be emotional as well.
I think nowadays more men are emotional than they used to be, because it's the generation. The generation
I think it's one to project that to like the public, but to your spouse or your family member or someone you love, that softness needs to be there.
I can tell you just from, I'm a big TV watcher. I love reality TV shows. I don't know why. Not reality TV shows, like reality competition shows.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, all in all, I feel like the stuff that we see, the movies that we watch, the stuff that's coming out nowadays, you start to notice that society is, like you said, people get the image that men are buff, macho, all this other kind of stuff, and women are petite and small and very feminine. But I feel like ultimately, nowadays, people are more emotional. They're more touched with their insides. Insides. I don't know why I said that. But they love, self-love, all of it. I feel like, I don't know. It's just, I feel like more people, men are not scared to cry. And I think that's a great thing, because
I don't know what men you're meeting, because none of the men that I know are like that. Mine are like, I'm Breaking Bad and I'm an alpha male and look at my peacock chest.
But the thing is I grew up around Marine Corps, military a lot over my life. So I grew up around drill sergeants and things like that. Everything was very stern, very strict, very macho, all this other kind of stuff. And nowadays what I'm starting to notice is that there are more people that are, I think some take advantage of their emotions. We won't get into that one. But I think ultimately the thing is I think it's healthy that this generation is opening up a little bit more and becoming more well-rounded than this is the norm. This is what you're supposed to do. I like that we're breaking these boundaries and we're opening up these doors and allowing both sides to see that it's not a one-sided, this is a she, this is a he. I feel like it's opening it up to where everyone can be emotional. Everyone can love. You can have self-love. Take care of yourself, your mental health.
Just doesn't make you weak.
Correct.
It doesn't make you weak.
And that's where I think therapy helps. I think therapy helps.
Okay, do you have one?
I think, okay, I do have one that I want to read.
Okay.
It's a social media one.
Okay.
So this is a social media statement.
Okay.
And you can't get mad at this, but some people only look happy online.
Oh, absolutely. Hands down.
She just...
Y'all out here acting like y'all are in love and have this perfect life. Y'all lying.
They living in that highlight reel.
They're definitely living
straight
in
up highlight reel.
I used to be that person, right? I used to be the person that if I put it on social media, people would think we were happy, and in reality, I hated my life at home. Now, when you see, right, someone told me long ago, not Leah, that if you happy people weren't posting, and I did never understand that. You barely see me post, and if I
because
do,
they're
it's
enjoying their life.
I'm not like, over your selfie with Christian because we're fighting, but we're gonna make everybody think that we're happy. Like, I do. I think that I think I've had people reach out to me and be like, I love the life that you're living now. I love, like, you're such an inspiration, and we are living life. And I do
Have you
try to
noticed the
put,
stuff that you post nowadays has changed dramatically from what you used to
yo,
post?
if looking at my Facebook memories is wild.
But I love
Yeah.
even like the
Even just
a day in the
selfies.
life,
Oh, yeah.
you know, those type of
Oh,
videos.
yeah.
And it just, because I love that it follows
It's
along
not,
your
yep, you're
day's
just
journey.
not looking for instant gratification online. So,
That's a big thing. I don't know why so many damn people nowadays feel like they need to have validation.
you know why? Because they don't have any self-worth. That's why.
Well,
And that's
on
it.
that note. All right. So if you got mad at anything we said today, I think you need to let it sit for a little bit.
Yep.
Let it stew.
Find out how to fix it, grow from it, change your behavior, swallow your pride.
But I also think, too, if you think someone else can benefit from listening to this, send this episode to them.
Yeah.
Make sure that you like, share, subscribe to our podcast.
Yep.
We love hearing from you guys. We love the comments that we're receiving because we get a lot of comments back, which I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I was a little worried at first that we weren't going to have anybody listen to this podcast, but I feel like
we get a
it's blowing
lot
up,
of
y'all.
people that reach out and say, "Hey, I love the podcast this week, and I love that you said X, Y, and Z."
And I've had people reach out on
Yeah.
TikTok. I'm getting YouTube
Yeah,
comments.
it's great.
So it's all been really, really good.
Yeah.
So make sure, like, share, subscribe. Please follow us. We absolutely love all of you, and we thank you guys so much for listening.
Yep.
And as always, you guys know the drill. Make sure that you are watching or listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, or YouTube.
Yep.
Still trying to figure out if I want to open it up to any other platforms.
We'll discuss.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Thank you guys so much for listening today.
Bye.
See you next time.